Hey, me did it. You did it. Who did I say who did it when me did I say who did it? Who did I say who did it when me did I say who did it? I must say on politics. It is. Morning! Come to you live from the studios at Patapa. In America, in Hope America. Morning! Hello, are we there again? Cause for as long as Mama Law if we there, are we there? Morning, are we there still? I hope everyone rise up bright and fresh like the morning. After some rain past night and thing, wash up all the dirtiness down there in Babylon and put water in the earth so we can plant food. Great, 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 Mama, great. Great. Morning. Man, this is enough love last spread it, you know, see? Yeah. It's not an easy road, cocoa and bread. It's not an easy road. Cause as something me just can't overstand. Right? Why politics does have to fight the people so to stop in power? I mean, the man give you work and tell you him no want you work no more. But you know want left because you come dominate and take over and things in your way. When I kind of want to go home and I don't get all our way. When I kind of want to go home. And with a sweet eye, this so I kind of want to go home. Watch his state of the Prime Minister. You know, see, he already for go home go. Hey, you not intend to enjoy your retirement money. You intend to dead in the office. And I kind of want to go home. Why that is funny? We take up enough fire out of poverty, couldn't even buy your own car. And turn her in a millionaire and I still never want to go home. Somebody used to walk dirty and stinking at the street. Now I got the most money in the land and still never want to go home. So I kind of want to go home. Boy, I put on politics to boy something. I put sweet down there, so. Something, Rasta something sweet down there. Because me can't see that. And me can't see that people tell me say, they don't want to see me again in their face and me still a fight them to stop in their face. We make have to be something juicy there, boy. Cocoa and bread. Yeah. Anyway. When I study them there, just a seek through the highways of our ancestors, you know. The great spirits of our ancestors as I might journey upon I and I way forward. To design I own liberation. You see when I say I and I own liberation. Can depend upon the bandit and them. And it's how much I and I develop I and I own self-confidence to move forward. See? Now, I and I have the competence, the skill, the will, and the ability to go forward. Man just have to pull that in a collectiveness. Come let's work together and do things for ourselves. But the thing done, I get another one. Come let's do together, come together and do things for ourselves because we have seen what is taking place, right? Now, here we are. Kind of a loss, we were stumbling all about the place because we spend the most of our time fighting one another and segregating ourselves. So now it's time we have to come together and stop that. In the interest of the development of us and our youths. Because right now when you look on the whole thing, nothing now come in our way. The only thing that come in our way are just politics or force and control and take over in our life and push in our part they want to do. Push in our and to stop that. So and I have all the evidence that bring them guilty. And I have all the evidence of all the destruction we they carry out on we land. And up to now we can't find any redress because we not seek it. And I people, I come here morning time. I suppose today I go to plant food. I come here morning time. I have reason to I. Because it's very important for I to get in I head the importance of ownership and control. You see? Because I have already seen, we might wait for to see, one don't see, that they have plot against us and we still have to sit down and wait. We have to rise up and defend real life with real life, cocoa and bread. So how are we do that? I have to come together and do things for ourselves. I have to begin to confident ourselves individually and then collectively. And I will move on from there. Because look, well, alright, what you are going now? We trust in our politics. Look at the state of the island right now. Right? Every day you wake up a whole heap of stagnation, you say out there. Youth span the black. Then I got nothing constructive to do, so them only sat in and plot against themselves and war because they're idle. Look at the condition. Right? Look at the roads and them in our island. Look at the employment situation in our island. And we go see, take note of them thing there. Look at you who are work and you underpaid salary we can't. You go. You take home salary we can't take you home. Right? Now look around how we and see we are going. And we are tell ourselves we can do better than we are going here. Yes, of course we can. We can do better than we are going here. But we have to stop depend on the aggressor. We have seen where we put a government in office. This government hasn't planted a tree to feed the nation. Right? Instead of they dig up all the trees that was bearing fruit and destroy them. Let me mind I again. National Commercial Bank, Atley Hall, National Property Control, take all the land and stagnate farming by putting concrete pan with best agricultural land. And now we don't have no food. This is the reality. I'm not stop saying so enough. Our people have to wake up to the reality that we not got no food in our land because politics put it that way. You see? Because I tell you say the agronomist James Mitchell, although he mama guide the people with selling up she Mama Gaya with some of your own land. It did not put agriculture on a proper footing. It never did put agriculture on a proper footing. Right? So this is why it is this way it is. And then the brother will come after he. Make sure it destroy whatever little footing agriculture had. And I people who control your food, control your life. And when they stagnate our production, they control our life. Because we have to look to them for everything. You see, and we sit down there. We sit down here and I watch the deterioration and destruction of our island, and I stand up to do nothing. Well, anything done. Yeah, you see? No. Here we are. We are here facing up to a situation where the worker we employ has dominated us. And we are like sitting ducks as though we can't do anything. You see, because the first thing them do, they make sure they're hungry are we. They make sure they're hungry are we. No. I mind you something. When this government here come in, they had one method of employment, and that was to throw out all who they meet at work and to put in them the supporters. That is not employment. You see, that is not building. Nothing creative about that. Because you can't always there dig up the foundation and meet the set one new one. That means we now go forward. That means the house now build. And they might think I people have to take seriously into I mind. The house now build. Everything stagnated. The backyard garden dry up. Nothing a day. No food a day. Most important, no food a day. And we sit back here and think it's alright. No, it is not alright. It is not alright. We don't have food. We facing famine. We not plant food. Because they keep discouraging us. You know, they might create service economy. And turn her into servant all the rest of our life. No level of entrepreneurship. You not got no entrepreneurship in a servant. So they make service economy. So we have to wake up every morning and go down to them place. Go bow down to them. Go sweep up their hotel floor, go wash up them plate and them and all them and face up to all whoever them tourists and them just bring in. Because we have to forget one thing, you know. And them they tell us that our history in the Caribbean is white people come between us and Lego disease between us and wipe out plenty area in the Caribbean, you know. We are playing, we don't know that. We are pretending we don't know that. That these walking lump of disease come between us and destroy us. And today they still do the same thing. They not say one strain of COVID which spread they come from some white woman who been properly vaccinated and come here and spread. See, them are disease, and the politics and them are disease. The politics and them are the one who make sure they spread the walking disease. You see, cause watch. I'm not telling them. No. James Mitchell come here. Yeah, you do have to think. But he reached to a point where he run out of ideas and become stagnated. He start to sell off our youth and them over England to go in the army. They will rape your land, rape your daughters and send your young men to war. Then come Dr. Prime, who are the worst among all of them, the one who never had no nation building. He destroy we need and continue to send our young men to war and a boast. Two of them a boast about who first do that and who send most. Creativity for you, development for you, Send all the pick man and go lay out the egg of parents. And when they come back, you come Christ set, right? And where we are dwelling with. What are we dwelling with? Why this man and Nikokoti by the way? You want to get about well, yeah, the club of half cook me get a man in that thing by the way. Anyway. Yeah. So now, as a people, what are our plans, or what is our plan, whatever, to take us forward? These politics have failed us miserably. What plans do we have to take us forward? Black Lion suggests food are the way forward. Take control of our land and them and plant them up. Now, here we are. We have a Prime Minister here. Check out the way he does talk to us and the tone of voice he does use. And the amount of venom with us there. With us there in lyrics we have put forward. The amount of hate we just put out against us. And somehow or the other we can recognize that this is bad medicine for us. We continue to hug it up and suck it up. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Dr. Gonsalve and his ULP is diarrhea to us. Has been diarrhea from day one. Right? This opportunistic party who we used to say in the ghetto. I never see come say what me I use, but still all of that inside there. You see, because when people have been accustomed to nothing, they don't know how to handle it when they get it. Because they tell themselves it just comes so. You see me I show you? Gonsalve never accustomed to no leadership. So how we could have lead? That's why he lead the nation downhill. Because Gonsalve was never a leader. Never a leader. You see? But we don't know them things because we don't take time to evaluate, because all kind of sweet talk come wrong and we drink that up. Sweet talk, you know, see? And now we say, you know, here we hot up, yes, my brethren. Sweet talk. They say how we vote for Maras, man. Sweet talk. You see? Now, Dr. Prime, Dr. Force, and his medical team has been making wrong how you call the thing? Diagnosis? Why I don't know them big word, you know. And so therefore applying wrong medicine. And this wrong medicine has created diarrhea in the economy. You see? Diarrhea in the economy. And now that this diarrhea is in the economy and the people belly are run, all Dr. Prime do a blame. Now, watch how we are on this island, yeah? The government are blame the people are blame the government. You see how we now going away? The government are blame the people are blame the government. Where are we going? Who going to stop the blame game? You see, who is going to stop this blame game? Because we have seen it now get us nowhere. Now, why should we employ a government and sit down and have them blame us for their failure? They said they could do it. They tell us that they could do it. So we put them there to do it. And now they continuously failing us and blaming us. And all we do is blame them too. And I say one game, and that not get none of we forward. Because what we need to do is to get rid of this government, and we now make no move to do that. All we sit down and blame. And me have warned the people and them already that the opposition and the government, all of them are the same. They will not put a hand out to change our condition because they love us that way. You know, here all of them just tell you, them are poor people champion. Why they want to be poor people champion? How come they not rich people champion? You ever hear people that love poor people in front of rich people? Poor people are beggars and then disgusting. Rich people are givers and they're happy. But you love poor people more than rich people. You say, how are we dumb? No. The money who you just get free come down in the where you just get come down in and they get where you come bribe poor people. Where you just get it from? Now rich people are give you. Now rich people are give you the money you come down in and they get to come bribe poor people with. And you come down you come fool how you have to say how you know. Oh, you're a champion of the poor. You are the champion to keep us poor. Fire burn. You see? You are the champion to keep us poor. Because I don't know nobody who wants champion poor. Don't make you want champion poor. Poor is under development. But what is no development? It is totally under development and no development at all. But that's why you are champion. Because you love the poor. You love to keep us poor. All of them. Check it out. How come the rich are finance them and then do ever tell we they love the rich? And then lie. A big lie them a tell. The rich are finance them, but them a make we believe that them hate the rich. Oh, when we get in power, we going to tax the rich. They're making too much money. How you go tax the rich when the rich are finance your politics party? Can you see what you pay? How could you tax the rich when the rich are the one who finance your politics party? You see how rich you pay? You see? No. No. When them in opposition, them paint up, put some nice coat of paint on illusion and tell you that. No. Notice all of them. Notice all of them, right? Government and opposition. All of them. Now do one thing. They might tell you about a whole bag of glorious promises that they will do. But they never show you where they're getting the money from. Hey, greetings. Good morning, have a good day. They never tell you where they might get the money from to materialize all them Christmas present where they not tell you about when they're in our opposition. Now, we just forget that we know them people here. And we just forget that all of them broke. All of them were on going to politics. Even them were telling them to come out of office. Them are liars. Right? And we know say them not got the money there. And we just go and sit down and stand up and clap and listen to their imagination, to their imaginary illusions. Their glorious promises of taking God off his throne and bring them out your gallery. And I will never ask them where them get the money from. You see? Because now, that are the major reason why they just can't come up on them promises. Because promise only a comfort fool. A promise is a lie. A promise is to warm your heart. So them promise you this and them promise you that. And when them done can't deliver, them blame you and I say, your fault. Yeah, your fault because you sit down there and believe them. And you go vote for them, so your fault to vote for them. You see? And then you jump up and say, are them the fault because you vote for them and then argue. Who say then argue? Then give you. Because I lie you vote for and then give you lie. You see? And boy come tell you I'm going to take God off your throne and bring them down here. You not ask them why you walk. You not ask them how you go. We wait a God and if you alone could carry God. You not ask them, you method of taking God off your throne and bring on you. You just clap and say yes. And you jump down there and you vote. Because of your weakness. Because you always look out for somebody if you do for you. Hey, greetings and press greetings. For you, for do for yourself. So you run go vote for a boy who tell you say, glory days. Glory days. Hey, glory days, glory days. Remember that word, the glory days. Ralph been a bring glory days. We see Ralph, that glory days they attack since in a Josh and Kettle days, glory days. Ralph bring glory days. Boy, I wonder where you have to glory. You know? Now when they tell you about glory days, check all with them I tell you. To put back the island where it been before. That progress. You can't put back the island where party been before. You have to take the island further. You have to take the nation further. Listen to NDP. We go bring back the glory days agriculture. Bullshit. Back at that. They don't have nothing to tell the people about the way forward. All of them are the same. You go bring back the glory days. What glory days? The only glory we know is the sun in the sky and them come make we use it. That's our glory. Fire burn politics. But me just want to use some wicked expletives here now. Because me just get angry at the behavior of my people. We sit down here so dunderhead and make all kind of little dirty bastard out there who don't know nothing and come from nowhere. Who come here and promise you the whole heap of glorious lies. And all that we are doing just suck up to that fire. We are take our if we realize the boy and then are nothing for teach. They're empty. And then I admit they're empty. Because if them come and reason with how we could fill the gap. But no. They want to make us believe that every movement depend on them. Look how the way Dr. Primer overrule all we are the center that tell us anything he want, anyhow he want. And now we the answer for that, right? Because we become so helpless because we beg hand on. Right? Yes. Come, how we going? Put them bread. But we could go shot and you open out. But you run out of fire, you know what fire run down in the oven and let me carry them. Fire! No heat can do it on fire. You see? We sit here and live upon a promise, upon the expectation of a promise. While we are watch, everything that we had to stand upon is being eroded, including the very soil under our feet. Everything is being eroded. Yeah? And we are helpless. And you know why? We headless. And why we headless? Then see the nickname of the island of our headless boy. And the danger in that headless boy that he been a faggot. A Roman Catholic faggot. You see? And if you notice, more and more as we go on, heart up. May I some dwell fire? May I some dwell in studio, yeah?
Okay, man, come down there.
No, may I some dwell in studio, but anyway.
Yeah. You do right here.
Alright. Yeah. You see? We there, so. And we stop here, so. And we know, sir, farming are our only way out of this. But we stop here, so, and allow them to tell her we lie. Tell her something different to where I know. That farming outdated. How food could outdated. But when I carry so stupid. But I tell you, I'm accustomed to use expletives and this thing I'm a humbug me because I no one chat that in the public to my people and them. You understand me I said? How come we get so stupid? Knowing that farming are we base and go make a boy tell her we better work in half a service economy. What kind of boy. And I run about now and I blame. Blame that one there, and blame that one there, and blame the other one wrong, so. You see? And that's the problem. Wait. I'm going to get a notification problem. Anyway. Like how you spread your bed so you're going to sleep on there. You see? And now we spread a starvation bed. So I have to starve. Look in this island here. Right? The amount of wastage we just go on in the island here. Now, grabber men not interested in them things, right? Because grabber men we have to make our beggars. Look at the amount of wastage we just go on in this island here. Old bag of breadfruit I go to waste. Old bag of banana, well banana like you got now. All the other different kind of fruits. Right? If the grabber men had any interest in the development of the people, even though them can bring on big industry which might not be feasible, right? You know, go think them go encourage people to do little cottage thing in their kitchen. You know, so them could make ton of lots of things where I go on here into something profitable and keep our money in them pocket to help them pay and bill. No, them not interested in that. Them not interested in us becoming independent of them. Because I don't think they could afford to do that either. You see, because we have to always believe without them we can't make it. So them not go open up no avenue to show us where we could make it. Now that not their thing. And that's why we have overs. That's not their thing. You see what I say? It is not their thing to show us little ideas that we could keep on development to move from one stage to the next. Because you see, now, me might have a little skill here, so me could do something here, so me could pull in a bridge in half the street out there, and him could do a thing. But them a put some red tape and restrictions in my way that me can't go forward. And this is where our people now overstand. The government that we put in place is supposed to be the cleaners of the road. Them supposed to sweep up and clean up the road for how we come to. But them not do that. Instead, them throw a whole heap of debris in the road to throw we down and keep we down. And we now over that. We now over that they never had no interest in us and nothing that we do. We not get to that point of overstanding yet. That their mission is to keep us beggars. And although we have seen it, can you imagine that this grabber men will come on national airwave and condemn the grabber men before by saying them they put more people on poor relief, and you call that progress, my people? They boasting that they put more people on poor relief than the previous grabber men, and we applaud that. We call that progress. Watch a thing. No. Our people, this is where we are. Here where we are. Here, sir. Yes, right? The cup. The cup. So we start with the cup half. We start with the cup half, right? So here it is, half the cup. So when we get here the cup half now, the first thing we have to recognize about this is if the cup is half empty or if it is half full. Now, because half empty and half full is 100% incompatible, because see one goes down and the other one goes up. Right? Half empty mean you have a done. Half full mean you have a bill. Great difference, you know. So now, the grabber men come to town and meet us with the cup half. And instead of directing the half to half full, they direct it to half empty. And now, it's not even quarter empty, it's totally empty. Because why? You cannot build a nation upon, what you call it, consumption economy, a nyam-dong economy. You can't support a nation upon a nyam-dong economy. Right? You have to support a nation upon, alright, you're the half full, so production, no, consumption, yeah, so production. So the half full, yeah, so right? Okay. Consumption, you see? From the half, consumption, production. So production could cover the consumption. So then now, you go have, when you don't name out consume, because of the height, the volume of the production, you could full forward in the whole of the consumption with the go and still add something pan there. So the half start to become half full because your production is more than your consumption. Right? Now, because you see now, that's how we are do. Because when you name half all, that is a one belly full can fatten. When you keep namming and namming and namming and namming and namming and namming, this how we are do. Oh, now see this. You keep namming and namming and namming and namming and namming and namming and namming. It's done. Right? You keep namming and fulling, namming and fulling, namming and fulling. You know, see, so, you see how that there? You see how that there? Nice and easy. But no, you can't do that. If we make our nyam down everything and come back them. Animal farm. Animal farm, you know, see, that's where them are running place. Animal farm. You see? Now, me never read Animal Farm, you know. But me take 2 weeks and listen to BBC, a narration on Animal Farm, where people actually talk and emphasize. So me get a good picture. And me know say Animal Farm. And me know say Machiavelli. Them bandit. The Machiavelli papers, the Machiavelli files, the Machiavelli syndrome. In a nutshell, it says, take everything from them and return it to them in small portions so that they will not uprise. So, take all the land of their lives, put dump and prison upon them, and give back a people a little house, but so they not go uprise. Go above the dry river, take all the land from the people and them up there, and give them a little house spot, so them not go uprise. Take all the agricultural soil, put it under concrete and give people a little work, so they not go uprise. You see? Now that's the way them a do. Tell me, say me lie. I want people tell me lie. I want people tell me I make up them thing and then thing then happen. Because me know, me doubt and me alone I see these things. It couldn't be impossible. It's impossible for me alone to see these things. Can't happen, Maya. It can't happen that me alone. So exactly now, what is the reason for us to be so submissive to all the aggression that is meted out to us. We cause that. Why is it that we know the truth and we now respond to the truth? Hot coals, may I ask. What is really causing that? That's what we have to ask ourselves. What is really causing us to sit quietly and watch the destruction of our homeland? Watch the selling out of our homeland to foreigners? Why do we sit quiet and allow these things to go on? Yeah? Why do we sit quiet and have opposition and grab them and bully our mind and tell her we to do? Tell her we went to come out by road, come protest, and went to go home. Why are we always have to be living like this? It is because we lack self-confidence. We lack the energy to remind us that we have the power to do it. Because we have become watered down in fear. Fear take control of our minds, and so look at how we just crumble to everything. How we just crumble to everything like that. How we expect to live. How we expect to carry on our people. How we expect to develop future generation if we are crumbling. If right now we soft like a jelly. A jello, however you think me. A belly walking shit. How we get so soft? You see? What caused us to be sitting here and taking all this level-line human treatment that they're meting out to us? What causing that? Now because I don't drink cocoa tea and bread. No. Our people, this is a serious thing, you know. This is a very serious thing. You see. Because the more we sit down and wait, at the further we are sink. Realistically, at the further we are sink. And we have a prime monster, as Bingy Man used to label Mitchell. We have a prime monster here who don't have any idea of how to arrest the situation, and he thinks the only way to do it is by threatening us, using fear tactics and threatening us. And we sit down and take that so. We can come together and recognize that we have to remove this threat from our lives. Because our hands up in the air, move that one there and put who? When all of them don't prove to it that them are the same, move that one there and put who? There is no difference between Dr. Gonsalve and Dr. Friday. All of them are the same. Them are conspire against the people. Dr. Friday was the first one who wrong go take injection, and I can encourage her to do it. And I don't know for a fact if I injection he take, because I would never know we went in the needle. He and Dr. Prime, we don't know we been in the needle. We can't swear that them take it. Because we have to keep one thing in our mind, you know, then don't want dead. They want live to rule. We have to keep that in our mind, then don't want dead. So we don't show that them take it because we know all of them are liars. Right? And Dr. Friday, is it true that you're violating the Constitution in your post as opposition leader? We want to know them thing there. See, a good while say Black Lion asks you that, you know. It is important, because if it is true, it means you will continue to be a puppet to the Prime Minister. We need to know. We burn all the lies and vagabondry I deal with that, you know. We need to know the truth. Is it that you are constitutionally unfit to hold the post as opposition leader? We want to know this. You see? Because The kind of insults and degradation of the Prime Minister mete out to you. Does the Prime Minister know something about you that we do not know? Come clean, Dr. Friday. Come clean. We want to know if you are unconstitutional in your position as leader of the opposition. Tell her we that. Come and tell her we that you're firm and you're fit. So we could know how to defend. We don't want to elect you leader. Next thing we run into a... You see me I say? Overstand it. Come clean. Dr. Prime, come clean and tell us whether or not you make deal with Bill Gates to sell out 70% away for 100 mil. Come clean. We make you know want come clean and tell the people the truth. What is it about coming clean and telling the people the truth? Because you see, from how you come clean and tell the people the truth, the people will know how you're liars. Come clean and tell the people the truth. Did you, whether collect or make bargain to collect 100 mil from Bill Gates for 70% of us? You see, because the opposition asks you that, because it is alleged that Dr. Friday was involved in such a conversation. And Dr. Friday, were you there? Did you go to any conversation with Bill Gates? Did you do that? Because you see, too much rumors are there fly around the land and rumors are confuse the people. The people need to know the truth. Did you team up with Dr. Prime and go to Bill Gates to accept 100 mil for 70% away? We need to know these things. You think that they are important to us? You don't think so? Yeah, but if you don't think so, we think so. Because we want to know when we going dead, how are we are dead? Were we sold? That too much wax? Eh? And is that why, Dr. Prime, is that why you are so aggressive against us? To make sure your vaccine mandate go through? Did you really sell us for 100 mil, Dr. Prime? Did you do that? We want to know if you sell us out. Tell us the truth. You afraid? Tell her the truth. And we want to know if you either take promise or take cash from Bill Gates of 100 mil for 70% away. We want to know? Our life, we must know. And Dr. Friday, were you part of that? We want to know. You not think we should know? Don't you think that we should know? Tell me. Why? Why? Oh, what a day of rejoicing that will be when we all can see dreams as real. People, this is the time that we have to take over. This is the time when we have to take over. Because we have seen that the politics of them are misfit. Them don't have no use. They never did have no use. And it causes us so much of our blood to come to this point to recognize that they don't have no use. We'll get rid of them now. Come make we get rid of NDP and ULP now. Get rid of them now, because they don't got no use. All we are here come out of NDP are infighting. You can't run a people when you're in fight. Fire burn them. Whether ULP or NDP, all of them, the P inside of them spell poverty. Get rid of them now. They don't have no use. Dr. Friday don't have no use. Dr. Gonsalves don't have no use. None of them don't have no use because they don't have no ideas to take the people forward. All of them bankrupt of ideas. You see? When I want a simple thing. Make the people and them plant food, but food that bring the independence to the people, and none of them don't want that. All of them are liar. Them are liar because agriculture create too much $1 billion we party day. Right? Them $1 billion we agriculture create here. What form of infrastructure to further the development of agriculture did that money? No, that money did not spend to develop agriculture because they had no interest in that. You see, a milky cow and a feed them, so the milk must run dry. They had no interest in development, in the development of agriculture because James Mitchell is an agronomist. And he never put agriculture upon no footing. You make it easy for Dr. Prime to come to town and read the burial rights over agriculture. Now that's how it happen. The two of them, none of them do attack. This NDP, a boast pan a misfit, a disgrace to our people, called land reform under James Mitchell. And the thing is that they might try to take the credit and then I've been there now. I only and them used to been there. They might try to take the credit and then I've been there. But check how them do. They might condemn James Mitchell for everything. What James Mitchell say. But they might try to make mileage of the work with James Mitchell left here. Check out this and the here. They not bring no project to town. That's like how ULP not got no project. None of them not got no ideas. You see? The two of them are carry we backward. And ULP are carry we backward. NDP are carry we backward. Because all NDP talk about, you know, what James Mitchell do. They're not showing no plan with them they are going to do. Because they don't have none. What James Mitchell do. And why you think they're stagnated so? Because James Mitchell still control the NDP. Okay, we don't tell you they can't stop that. And when they run out them out pan James, he had pressure upon them. Nobody with them, you know. They're not in show, they're not in control, they're not in charge. They're not in control of NDP. NDP is James Mitchell alone. And they can't stop him. As long as he has blue breath, they can't stop him. And James Mitchell will decide whether or not NDP goes to government. I cannot tell her the truth. You think anything will go on happen by accident? You think Arnim Eustace not becoming Prime Minister was an accident? And we don't know them thing there. Because all of them are lied. You see? Likak can't come the leader of the party because Mitchell says so. You know hear him say that already? In many terms, all pan platform. They say if there was salvation, they have to come to he. They have to come to he. Because of he party. Are we so dumb? And here we just do. Here we this NDP do. Them are cuss James Mitchell and still call him the founding father of the party. You know, see them confused. Them confused. They don't have no ideas of nation building. Try them and put them before to do what? You see? And then I want to hear them reasoning there. They want to call me ULP, but fire burn them, come and lick the same fire upon ULP. None partial. Come and say to them I same. None partial. So when they can you see NDP can't take the truth, you know. Anytime you tell them the truth, they label you this man, fire burn their water. And I think with them are crying. Then instead of ULP can't take dissenting voice and the same thing they do. Right? When you criticize ULP, all of them minions are come gunning for you. When you criticize NDP, all of them minions are come gunning for you. And the same thing it what them do. NDP I tell you, ULP can't take dissenting voice. But NDP can't take dissenting voice neither. You of us, listen to Board Francois program. And when anybody come up there and make a difference, listen to it and respond. He talk over you, shut you down, and put Sue over your head. Now I station Sue. Because they know why you talk the truth. You want me to show you? They do not want you to speak the truth. Go up and shake up. Same thing happen. Come up with a different idea, they shut you down. They don't want you to talk the truth. It was them operate the same way. We take our if you know to see that. That it was them operate the same because them are one party set up by the same colonialists. Right? Because Ralph Gonsalves and James Mitchell, them are brothers. You know, see, two of them are put together, European, them are brothers. Birds of a feather flock together. The both of them hate us. Don't care what they try to tell me. I am convinced that the both of them hate us. Because I have not seen where they have done anything for our development to move from one level to the next. What have they do? What have they done? They continue the ways of their colonial fathers. Because when they took the whip off our back yes up, they never left any institution that we could continue for the development of our island. So then they miseducated us, train us, mistrain us towards the development and the building of their land. And we go there, we've been in England go work, we've been in America go work, developing their land. While ours have not been developed. And these politics, when we put them there, instead of creating institutions for development of our land, they keep pointing you to go out there so we develop the white boy land so he could get money to borrow from them. You see? Because what we do not know, one of the reasons why they not we in the hospital when we born to say more pounds. You pounds? Where pounds be? Pounds are the English currency. So they use that to borrow money from our name. Our name ban good yet. Because we are the, what you just call it when you just put up something there, like you just put up a thing there, collateral. We are the collateral that they use to borrow money. You see? And that's the only use they have for us. Why is it we just tell them we don't want them and they still a fighter with hold on? Look at the amount of gerrymandering that keep going on in an election, where parties are move people from areas where they know they're strong and bring them down in areas where they know they're weak, so that they could win against the wishes of the people. You see? Because voting, our vote does not determine who is the grabberman. The grabberman has already been determined before the vote cast. We don't know that. All we are doing is legitimize their selection. Right? The leadership has already been decided. You know, see how them bring people and tell how we vote for them. And we call that, and they lie and tell you we got a choice. You bring the phone and bring the cup and tell me choose one. That's not my choice. Right? That's not my choice because I might have bring a stone. Because that stone it might have helped me to bust your head when you go in the other way. See what I say? But you bring the two of them and I tell me have a choice. So you think me choose the two of them and throw them in the fire. Because me have a choice, so me choose the both of them and me throw them in the fire. You see? This are us, you know. And this are our realities in our times, in our life, you know. We will not do for ourselves would be done for us. So the longer we sit back here and wait on them boy there to salvage us, salvage us at the deeper down in the junkyard where we go. believe in them by the fire burn them. They have no use for us other than to ride us. There is nothing else about us that they are interested in. And we know it, you know, but we keep doubting ourselves. Why? So, well, I like everything else. But the one thing I beg me people, let me know, keep the joy. Don't let it go. Don't make them frustrated to wake up every morning in a sadness. Hold the joy. Keep pumping the joy higher. To pump up with consciousness. To get fear out of us. To rise up and take control of what we know to be us. And of what we know belong to us. Too long now. We sit back uncaring. And allowing vampires to run our lives. Vampires only have one use, to suck blood. You see? We continue to make the mistake that the alligator made when he offered to give the scorpion a ride across the river. And when the scorpion stung him, the scorpion blamed him. The scorpion asked him, so you expect, you know, the best thing me could do a sting? None of that? None of that is scorpion I do have it right now? And all I rather wiggle so and take this thing. Watch your people. Now, scorpion can't swim. So from the time we feel the first bad move and we back, if we dive down, you know, we'll get to bite it. Because we could dive, but he can't swim. But we not do that. We not get the scorpion off our back so he continue to push poisonous venom in our all the time and we keep dead. You know, see our body start to paralyze. We start to paralyze. We not have no food, we not have money, we not have nothing. We paralyzed as a nation. And so we are at this point now, where people who we put to work for us is working against us, making demands upon our lives. If we not take this, we can't work. If we not take that, we can't work. We can't go in a store, we can't go in a bus, and have a fight against you one another out here. Hey, brethren. Because they have successfully planted fear in our hearts and our minds and our consciousness. And so, right now it does fall apart because that's the best thing we think we could do. Rise, our people, rise. Remember this song of the warrior Casper Marshall. Procrastination is the thief of time. And our people think on these things. Let us come together in a national liberation and development for our people. Get rid of these vampire politics that for all these years, 40, 50, 60 years, more years after independence, we never come, when we get independent, that has been sucking our blood and that we have been voluntarily giving them our blood. The time has come now when we have to stop that. So, and we can only stop that with burning them and their fear and the sadness we them try to put upon us, and be happy within us and know say how only we can deliver us as we journey forward. See? And I are great people. Then I stand up for my greatness as a people. Rastafari. Give thanks to our great spirits of our ancestors and cause them to manifest it in our so I can go forward on them journey. And people awake and arise from your slumbering mentality and from your sleepless slumber. Stand up. The time is now. So, keep tuning. You never can tell me what happen. Never can tell, because to the spirits of the ancestors, you know, and I do really predetermine on topic. And I just let it flow natural as sun, natural as the wind, natural as the river, natural as the sea, natural as everything in creation. Not plan and predetermine anything. See? So, let I and I, as a people, keep the joy. Let I and I keep self-development as a priority, and then collective development as the goal. And I come together and work together. And I come together and reason together and talk about I development and burn out the animosity, the illusion that we have created among us that keep driving us a wedge between us. Let us eliminate all them things and come together as one people and sit down and talk about the problem and come up with ideas to address them. The first one is to get rid of Dr. Primary regime. That's the first thing we have to do. Because nothing, absolutely nothing, now go happen until we get rid of them. First thing. And then, if we say now, for now that we are, which we feel we're supposed to do our own thing and get rid of the two of them. But if we say we are going to put the so-called misfit and the PD, we have to make sure that we hold on and then short and direct them as to where we want them to do. The time when them are tell you if we do, when politics are tell you if we do, that pass, because we have seen that they run out of ideas. Not care whether name, whether NDP or ULP, all of them out of ideas. Right? And ULP don't have no ideas to how to run the island, NDP don't have no ideas to how to remove the ULP from there. Both of them run out of ideas. So it's the time now when we as a people have to take control. And we must say, if we go and go left ULP there, we have to try news wrong, then they can hold them tight. If we are going to put ULP NDP there, we have to put a news wrong, then they can hold them tight. No longer must we vote for them and turn we back on them. No longer must we vote for them and make them control us. We have to take control of them. You see, when the Bible tell about a little child will lead them all, you know, a destruction you tell about because no little child can lead go nowhere, you know, got no experience. These politics are little children. Ralph Gonsalve and Dr. Friday and them are little children. That is why they cannot lead. They have no leadership skills and experience. See? As liar, all Dr. Prime know how to do. Have to tell liar quote. Because that's how liars does do. They does make guilty people innocent and innocent people guilty. That's why they name liars, they mean liars. And a liar could only know how to tell lie. And the mistake we make when we put a liar prime minister, what you expect him to do? Have to use the law against us because the law are only thing, you know. No. You notice you only with that you only time that country they make a little push it bow little forward. And when James Mitchell been Prime Minister because he a businessman. He a businessman. He couldn't go forward in with Ketuka, he a liar. Right? Joshua trade union, so he been telling people about come together and regardless of whatever. Ralph Dunstave a liar. So we expect him to do. And the lie is a lie. Because one of them who make it say the lie is an ass. Right? And the lie is a lie. And liars tell lie. They don't stop at nothing to tell lie. So what do we expect? When you put a liar to run your island, you not must expect him to take the land, beat you into the ground with it. Because he don't have nothing else. His training is only that. His training is not the development of people. His training is to win case using the law by any means necessary. And you know, see every movie make I move it, I the lie I use. Every movie make, he not show you how to get food, he show you how much the law dominate you. We not see that way I do ya, and we so dumb. Now stop saying it, you know. That them tell us that we are not a country of people, we are not an island of people, we are an island of laws. And me keep asking with people, how could laws operate if there is no people? And who make the life no people? So how could the law dominate and control the people? Because we dotish. And we just hear you have NDP does just say how the ULP lawless and then I broke the law. There is no law. ULP knows that there is no law. That's why they operate so. And because we believe that them law, they turn it wrong and penalize us. You know, see the law can penalize them because they know it does not exist. Right? While NDP, you know, see, NDP keep telling how we obey the law. And how we keep saying that the ULP keep disobeying the law. And NDP keep telling how we obey the law. No, not get me wrong, you know. Me only try to distinguish the point, my point. Me only try to bring alive my point that the both of them are same. You see? Because the more the ULP take the law to hammer we into the ground, and the more NDP remind us to obey the law. You know, see, two of them are work on the same side. And a damn thing they will people not notice. Right? Up to now, the NDP has not laid a foundation for the removement of the ULP from office. Up to now, they never do that. You know, see? Why they never do that? So that I show you they're not interested because they're happy by them day. And we are suffer. Right? Something ago, I forget this thing, organize me, do some kind of thing and like me, I know what me do, come. I don't know about them thing and I'm true to them. But me realize, I hear a song like some messages that come up but then I reach me. So you see me not respond to none of them, then I reach me, do something with I can't see message and then I reach up on the screen. I have to go find a youth and for a second like because I don't know what me do. But I'm gonna try to do something last night. And like me don't know what me do. Because I don't know me dumb to them thing. And I know what I make and call. I like what we attack, yeah. We stumble me and find out. If you notice, first time I used to come with me the upside down and cross. We all kind of thing by the video. Because I'm not trying to teach myself, you know what I mean? Yeah. But right now, so, something else me do. I have to go. Because I don't say notification I come when I see them. Anyway. So yes, this is how we have it there. Is it whether or not we're going to take control of where we're going here? Is it whether or not we're going to arrest this situation by force, removing the government from office? Are we going to do that first? Remove the government from office and then take control of our way forward? Are we going to do that? Our people, NDP, now point towards that because them and the government are the same. All of them are the same. You over some I show you? Yeah, you must. Let me tell you something. Shut down the music now, man. Let me tell you something. Here, let me tell you something. You see, here, I know you don't know. Hey, morning. I know you don't know. You all listen to me, man? I know you don't know. But when you see you come, so and you see my phone part up this up. Our program, it does their do I go live. Right? So, no offense when I tell you to not hear music. No, not that. Me I say, me not show you know. You know what time I tell you? Me I say, me not show you know that our program is just there do ya. And you know my life, my method already. Me want to make sure that you know. You know what's so bad? Right, that's serious. And a big thing with that, man. Because I know say if you know you're not going to come in here with your music. I know that, man. That's one of my brother. So I'm not sure, you know. I mean, not because you might see me up on top here with my phone in a bung to know that our live program I do, you see? So now we make him know. And when him know now, so Allah could keep it. See? A little conversation in the street and circle everything. We don't have to fight, you know. We don't have to war. We don't have to cuss. We don't have to quarrel. Right? We just do it with love. So that we keep on doing it with love and let the love flow, no man. And let the love build up, no man. And so I will go forward. Yeah. So that morning, you know, I say to all the people and them out, they see the sun come out now after some days of rain and make it a beautiful morning and a nice morning to accentuate the love and spread the love and not get distracted and not fight and hate and carry on bad vibes while we are go through the day. Just keep the love flowing and tune in every Saturday from 5 for the Real Black Lion show and I repeat broadcast from Be Hill every Monday at 4. And differently to that, people and they must big up Be Hill Radio, you know. Yeah, because Be Hill Radio are the real ghetto and people radio down there, you know. Be Hill Radio, real radio, will bring you truth and get to the reality. Big up Be Hill Radio, you know. Everyone must take a little time out to give Be Hill Radio a little listening, you know. Big up Be Hill Radio. Because Be Hill Radio is one kind of different radio where the people every area in the nation could have a say. You see? Because the brother there, him a roots. And I tell you him a roots. The brother who run Be Hill Radio, Monty, him a roots. I tell you so. Big him up. Big him up, man. Big him up. Try assist. You know what I mean? Make little donation and contribution. Make sure the radio could expand. And that man seek there and there. Make little contribution to Black Lion program towards Monty. So the program could expand. Monty program, because Monty are a whole heap of things to dwell with the people and them about here, you know. But you know, we just need a little come together for assist. Everybody does need a little assistance. And then we must come alive to areas where we could see, areas where we could see it's productive. And we must come together and make contribution to develop them thing there. You know what I mean? Because Be Hill Radio, I want totally different radio to much of the radio we depend out there. Because plenty of the radio and them out there wanna spread gander. But Be Hill Radio bring it from the people them. As you say, from the horse's mouth. So big up Be Hill Radio, big up Monty. Enough strength as I and show, you know what I mean? Make it love flow.